Good morning, beloveds. It is September. I was watching the Today Show, and according to the meteorologist on the Today Show, September is the meteorologist's fall. September 1st is. So it's like we've got equinoxes, this, that, and the other thing, fall. And I'm like, come to Texas. Come this far south in Texas. Fall doesn't happen until like November. So, welcome to fall. All right. I gotta turn the page. Okay. But it is September 1st. My eyes are being completely weird today. So, we're gonna put them on and then do the pirate thing. All right. It is September 1st. Our title is Gentle Acts. No, I can't do this. Our title is Gentle Acts. Our first quote is, "Withhold not good from them to whom it is due," and that is Proverbs 3:27. And then the second quote is, "People are dying for real human interest, for genuine friendship, for someone to tell them that they are all right," and that is The Science of Mind, page 298. All of us like to receive a compliment. When we have done a good job, we enjoy hearing kind words of praise that come our way, and we treasure the fact that people have expressed their appreciation. Many of us are happy to pass along a complimentary remark when we think the occasion calls for it, to let a friend or acquaintance know that we have noticed good work. But how many times do we pass up an opportunity to offer an encouraging word, or to say good morning, or simply to smile at someone? These gentle acts, which can make a positive difference in people's lives, are too often withheld. Ernest Holmes was not exaggerating when he wrote of the desperate need for attention, friendship, and validation. This need is present in everyone. Too frequently, though we assume that others have it together, it does not matter whether we acknowledge them. Wait, hang on. Let me try that sentence again. Too frequently, though, we assume that others have it together, and it does not matter whether we acknowledge them. But why not be willing to reach out, to be sincerely interested enough to move beyond our assumption and extend ourselves? If our offer of friendship is refused, we can remember that everyone is doing the best they can at the time. The rebuff has nothing to do with us, but that person, for whatever reason, is unable to accept our gesture of kindness. More often than not, however, it will be gratefully accepted and everyone benefits. Jesus was unconditional in his caring for people. May we follow that great example, recognizing, as he did, the animating spirit of God in everyone we see. I know that every person I meet is an expression of God. I look past appearances, remembering the essential perfection in all, and I am blessed. And that is Jean Anderson. J.A. Okay. And Jesse actually quotes that Science of Mind. People are dying for someone to tell them that they're all right. Right? You agree, huh? Foster agrees with that. I think I will go back to another one, and I forget who says it, who quotes it, but a lot of people do. It's like, always be kind, because you never know what battle other people are fighting. It's like, you may be having a bad day, but you can put a good front on it, and people don't have any idea what kind of day you're having. And then they come in and they say something that's just not nice, and it just shatters the facade that you have. And so it's like, always be kind. Because you know how it feels to have your facade shattered. And it doesn't mean that we have, and that's, I'm going to trip all over myself. Because I'm a big believer in smiling at strangers, and I'm a big believer at, paying compliments, and, not for any other reason other than to make people feel good. Because we need that. I don't see the point in being mean for mean's sake. It's just not who I am. And so even when I'm having a bad day, I try. I'm not always successful, but I try. And to be kind and to say nice things. because I understand that one mean thing, it takes 10 nice things to wipe away one mean thing. So it's like, why let me be one of the 10. Let me always be one of the 10. Am I? No, probably not. But I try. That's my effort. It is my effort to be one of the 10. And you can almost always find something nice to say about somebody, or you simply smile. A smile costs you nothing. A smile costs you nothing. And just, gentle acts, random acts of kindness, gentle acts. All right, Gene Anderson. It's genuine. It's genuine. People are dying for someone to tell them they're all right. We enjoy hearing the words of praise. And that's one of the reasons why I believe that we should do it for ourselves too. When I talk about that spiritual practice of doing something loving, kind, compassionate for yourself, about looking in your own eyes and seeing God looking back at you, about learning to love yourself. Loving other people can be easy. Learning to love yourself can be hard. We practice on other people. But when we get clear on who we are, when we get good at being kind with ourselves, then we create this bank of kindness that we can use on other people when we meet people who are having a difficult day. And you never know. They might come in. I do work retail. I work in a health food store. And so, I meet people who don't feel good, and they come in grumpy, and they come in grouchy, and they come in mean. And sometimes a kind word from you, a kind word from me, is enough to, if it doesn't cure their situation, but I'm not making their situation worse. And sometimes it does, it can be the first step they take in feeling better. It's like, I'm not adding to what's going on. What I'm doing is saying, no, here, I am a soft place. I'm a gentle place. I used to say I like to be an island of calm. So no matter what's going on, so you can bring your storm to my calm, and I'm going to use my calm to help still your storm. If only for a moment, But if I can help you to still your storm simply by remaining calm in the face of your storm and being kind and being gentle, as she says, gentle acts, and telling you that you're a beloved child of God. And I don't necessarily use those words, although sometimes I do, by telling you in one way or another that you're a beloved child of God, I might help you start that path to stilling your storm. And, the more of us that do that, the kinder, gentler, more compassionate the world becomes. It's like, I'm reminded of that quote from The Lord of the Rings. Pardon me while I let my geek flag fly. And it's Gandalf talking, and I don't know if he's talking to, I think he's talking to Frodo. And he says, it's not the great acts that save the world. It's the little ones. It's the small acts of kindness, of gentleness, of love. That is what saves the world. That is what saves the world. When you talk about in the Jewish tradition, how every act of kindness, any act of kindness, from the biggest to the smallest, could be the one that heals the crack in the universe. Why wouldn't we want to do this? Why wouldn't we want to do this? All right. Okay. So, Ernest wasn't exaggerating when he wrote the desperate need for attention, friendship, and validation. This need is present in everyone. Okay. So that's why I mentioned the facade, because that next line is talking about it. Too frequently, though, we assume that others have it together, and it doesn't matter whether we acknowledge them or not, because so many of us are walking around behind that facade of everything's fine. So many of us are. And it doesn't mean that when we meet people, especially if we recognize that what they are running is a facade, we don't want to call them out on their facade. Absolutely, because that might be enough to shatter the facade. But if we are kind to them, if we are compassionate to them, if we are complimentary to them, if we simply don't make their day worse, we don't shatter that facade. It gives them that time that they need to get themselves together so that that facade can become real. It can become that calm. That's why when blustery customers come in, I try to remain calm. I don't always. I can tell you about the customer I had on Monday. But, clearly he was having a bad day. I wasn't having a great day. And so when I realized that all I was going to do was exacerbate the situation, I was like, all right, fine. You know what? Let me do what I can do, cause I couldn't make it worse. I couldn't make it better. But I could not make it worse. I could make a deliberate choice to disengage and walk away. And there we went from it. And that's the other thing, is remembering that the rebuff has nothing to do with us. When you meet people having a bad day and they are mean, it has nothing to do with you. So when we do this, when we take care of ourselves, we understand that it has nothing to do with us and that they need to get themselves together. So we're kind and we let them go on their way. And, because as I said, because I had that customer on Monday, the situation got taken care of. Will he ever call and say the situation was taken care of? No. I have to be okay with that. But I also have to make it a point of not calling and gloating. See, I can make the situation worse. So I'm making a choice not to. Gentle acts. All right. So, remembering that it has nothing to do with us. Going out of our way to be kind. Making sure that we don't shatter other people's facades. It's like, if you're having a bad day, there are people that you can go to and say, hey, I'm having a bad day. Help me. And there are people that you can't go to and say, hey, I'm having a bad day. Those are the people that you want to keep that facade up from. For. So, gentle acts. And always, 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 always practice on yourself. Practice the gentle acts on yourself. So, I love her little affirmation. I know that every person I meet is an expression of God. I look past appearances, remembering the essential perfection of all, and I am blessed. So I'm going to tell you that the mission today, I know it's about gentle acts. No matter what happens, the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to look past appearances. Remembering the essential perfection. Remembering that no matter what is happening, you are facing a child of God. You are facing a beloved child of God. Especially when you're looking in the mirror. All right? Especially when you are looking in the mirror. So, that is the mission today. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Yes, it is about self-care. Absolutely, it is about self-care. But it's also about making sure that you are enjoying life. Because one of those things I can say is go and have an amazing piece of chocolate cake and savor it. Engage all 5 senses. Engage your sense of touch and your sense of taste and your sense of smell. And take the time to enjoy it. So loving, kind, and compassion is about self-care, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. And you end up wearing a facade way too often if you don't take the time to take care of yourself. But it's also making sure that you enjoy your life, because that is one of the things that we are here to do. We are here to enjoy our lives. All right. So make sure that you're taking time to do that. When you practice on yourself, 1, you are creating a habit. You are creating a first response, but you are also creating a bank of love, of kindness, of compassion, so that when you meet people who need a little extra, you have it to share. All right. That's how we make a world that works for everybody. All right. His tail is just going. Just going. If you hear that little tapping in the background, it's Foster's tail. All right. So I also encourage you, as I always do, to do something to engage your mind and your body. I encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. I encourage you to get early in your day bright light. It will reset your circadian rhythms. It will support your energy and sleep patterns, and you'll have more energy and you'll sleep better. And as always, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven right here, right now. It is all around you all the time. Because it is an inside job. Heaven is a state of mind. It is a state of consciousness. If God is everywhere and every when, then you have the power within you to create heaven anywhere, anytime, always. Remember, happiness is an inside job. All right? You go here and you bring it out. And it is an amazing power to have. All right. So that is what I know. I'm going to tell you to catch us on all the social medias. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. So feel free to like and share and all that nonsense that we're supposed to say. And then I'm going to tell you to have a great day, an amazing day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a Thursday, because it's Thursday this year. A be gentle with yourself day, a be gentle with others day, a practicing random acts of kindness, i.e. a smile, at a stranger that you'll never see again. Always a good one. A good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Always. Always and forever. All right? It's a state of grace. I forgot the email. So if you want to know what's going on in the center, please email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. The hot links are hot. There are classes. There are book studies. There's all kinds of stuff going on. That way you know what's going on when I don't. So Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day of rest. I don't know what to do about that. Shifting my day of rest to Friday has just thrown everything off. But, it is what it is, right? And I will happily adapt. So, know that you're loved, take care of yourself, and I will see you next time.